In the world of martial arts and philosophy, there are few figures as revered as Miyamoto Musashi. A legendary samurai, strategist, and philosopher, Musashi's name is synonymous with mastery in combat and a unique way of thinking about life. But what if the key to his extraordinary success wasn't just his physical skill with a sword, but the way he approached the deeper dualities of life itself? Musashi's philosophy of duality goes beyond the battlefield, offering profound insights into balance, conflict, and the pursuit of personal mastery. His teachings challenge us to consider how the same principles that govern combat, life, death, struggle, and peace, are mirrored in our daily lives. In this video, we'll explore the fascinating legacy of Miyamoto Musashi and the duality that defined his philosophy. Whether you're a martial artist, philosopher, or simply someone seeking personal growth, Musashi's teachings can offer timeless wisdom for navigating the complexities of life. Before we dive into the fascinating world of Musashi's philosophy, let me welcome you to the unfolding journey. This channel is dedicated to exploring timeless wisdom, powerful ideas, and life-changing philosophies that can transform the way we think, act, and grow. Whether you're interested in the philosophy of the ancients, martial arts, or personal development, this space is for anyone on the path of self-discovery. Make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss an episode of deep dives into life's most important lessons. Now, let's explore the philosophy of duality through the lens of Musashi's legacy. Who is Miyamoto Musashi? Miyamoto Musashi, born in 1584 in Japan, is widely regarded as one of the greatest swordsmen in history. Over the course of his life, Musashi fought in numerous duels, reputedly never losing a single one. His most famous work, the Book of Five Rings, Go-Rin no Sho, is a treatise on strategy, combat, and the philosophy of victory. It remains an essential text for martial artists, military leaders, and anyone interested in the deeper elements of human conflict. Musashi lived during a turbulent time in Japan's history, marked by constant war, shifting power dynamics, and a growing need for personal discipline. Despite this chaos, he found a way to develop an approach to life that balanced the art of combat with the art of living. In essence, Musashi's philosophy of duality isn't just about fighting. It's about how we navigate the ongoing tension between opposing forces, both in combat and in life itself. The philosophy of duality. The core of Musashi's philosophy can be understood through his concept of duality, a term that refers to the idea that opposing forces exist within all aspects of life. Duality represents the balance of contrasts, light and dark, life and death, order and chaos, peace and conflict. Musashi's legacy teaches us how to navigate these forces and find harmony between them. In combat, Musashi understood the need to reconcile opposing forces. His famous two-sword style of fighting, called Ichi-ryu, was a physical manifestation of duality. Two swords, working together in a fluid, dynamic manner, representing the need to balance offense and defense, attack and retreat, power and precision. But the philosophy goes deeper than just technique. It's about recognizing and embracing duality as a way of life. The duality of life and death. One of the most striking elements of Musashi's philosophy is the relationship between life and death. In battle, the concept of life and death is inescapable. Every duel holds the possibility of either triumph or demise. Musashi, however, saw this duality as something to be embraced rather than feared. He wrote in the Book of Five Rings that a true warrior must understand that life and death are two sides of the same coin. Only by accepting the inevitability of death can one truly live with courage and purpose. In a broader sense, this duality speaks to the cycles of life we all experience. Musashi's perspective encourages us to embrace the impermanence of life and not shy away from difficult or dangerous situations. It's only through accepting the reality of death that we can fully embrace the vitality of life and live with purpose, integrity, and honor. The balance between life and death is something we must face not just in battle, but in every decision we make. Practical application. In our daily lives, we often avoid thinking about mortality or the challenges we might face. Musashi's lesson encourages us to confront these realities head-on, whether it's through pursuing our goals without fear of failure or living with a sense of urgency and purpose. Embrace the awareness of your own impermanence and use it as motivation to act decisively and boldly. The duality of strength and weakness. Musashi's concept of duality also plays out in the balance between strength and weakness. A warrior's physical strength, skill, and mental fortitude are critical in battle. Yet Musashi also believed that weakness, or the ability to recognize one's limitations, is essential to success. Strength is not just about raw power or skill, but about adaptability, intelligence, and humility. In combat, Musashi often faced opponents who were stronger or more skilled in certain areas. However, he didn't rely solely on brute force. He used strategy, intuition, and adaptability to overcome stronger foes. This duality between strength and weakness is something Musashi mastered, teaching us that true strength comes from understanding and using both our strengths and our vulnerabilities. Practical application. In modern life, this lesson can be applied to personal growth and leadership. Often, we believe that success comes from being the strongest or the best. While strength is important, we must also recognize our weaknesses and use them as opportunities to grow. The ability to adapt, learn from failure, and leverage our vulnerabilities can become one of our greatest strengths. The duality of action and reflection. Another vital aspect of Musashi's philosophy is the balance between action and reflection. Musashi was a fierce warrior who lived by the principle of swift, decisive action. However, he also understood the importance of stillness and reflection. In his writings, he stresses the importance of being present in the moment and being fully aware of your surroundings. But just as critical is the need for introspection and strategy. In combat, Musashi knew that acting impulsively could lead to defeat. He often emphasized the need to step back, observe, and reflect before engaging in action. This duality between quick, decisive action and calm, thoughtful reflection is a cornerstone of his approach to both martial arts and life. Practical application. In our daily lives, we often face the pressure to act quickly and make snap decisions. Musashi's lesson teaches us the importance of balance. While it's vital to take action and seize opportunities, we must also take time for reflection and strategy. Balance decisiveness with careful thought, and always consider the long-term consequences of your actions. Have you ever wondered what drives human action? Is it the pursuit of pleasure, the search for meaning, or perhaps the need for power? If you've ever felt the burning desire to push beyond your limits, to rise above mediocrity, and to assert yourself in a world full of distractions, you might be tapping into a force more powerful than you realize. The will to power. Friedrich Nietzsche, the controversial and influential German philosopher, introduced this concept as a fundamental force driving human behavior. But what exactly does the will to power mean, and how can it be applied to personal ambition and growth in our modern lives? In today's video, we will explore the profound implications of Nietzsche's idea of the will to power, and how embracing this concept can transform your life by unlocking untapped potential and helping you achieve true personal greatness. Before we dive deep into Nietzsche's philosophy, I want to take a moment to welcome you to the Unfolding Journey YouTube channel. If you're someone who's interested in personal growth, self-discovery, and exploring some of the world's most thought-provoking ideas, you're in the right place. This channel is all about unlocking your potential and transforming your life by exploring the teachings of great philosophers, timeless wisdom, and practical tools for self-improvement. Whether you're here to dive into philosophy or just looking for inspiration to fuel your ambitions, this channel is here to guide you on your unfolding journey. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss our latest content. Now, let's dive into Nietzsche's will to power and how it can shape our ambitions and growth. To truly understand the significance of the will to power, it's essential to know a bit about Friedrich Nietzsche and the context of his work. Born in 1844 in Germany, Nietzsche was a philosopher, poet, and cultural critic whose ideas challenged the foundations of traditional philosophy, religion, and morality. His writings are provocative and often radical, and he is best known for declaring that God is dead, a statement that sparked controversy and remains a topic of debate. Nietzsche's philosophy is largely concerned with the individual's role in society, the pursuit of meaning in a seemingly indifferent universe, and the development of a person's own values. He critiqued conventional morality, particularly Christian values, for suppressing the human drive for greatness, creativity, and self-overcoming. Nietzsche's ideas resonate with anyone who has ever felt constrained by societal expectations or the pressures of conformity. At the core of Nietzsche's thought is the idea of the Übermensch or Overman, an individual who transcends conventional morality and embraces the full expression of human potential. Central to achieving this transformation is the will to power, a concept that Nietzsche describes as the primary driving force behind human behavior and personal growth. What is the will to power? The will to power is one of Nietzsche's most famous and often misunderstood concepts. It refers to a fundamental drive that exists in all human beings. The drive to assert, expand, and enhance one's power and influence in the world. For Nietzsche, the will to power isn't merely a desire for control over others, but a deep, intrinsic force that motivates individuals to grow, create, and strive for excellence. In Nietzsche's philosophy, power isn't about domination or the exercise of control over others in the traditional sense. Rather, it's about the individual's capacity to grow, to overcome obstacles, to push boundaries, and to assert their unique identity. This idea of power is closely tied to self-mastery, autonomy, and the ability to shape one's own life according to one's own values. Nietzsche proposed that all life, from the simplest organism to the most complex human being, is driven by the will to power. In a sense, everything we do, whether it's seeking knowledge, striving for career success, creating art, or even struggling to overcome personal challenges, can be seen as an expression of this fundamental drive. According to Nietzsche, the will to power is not merely a desire for external achievements, but also an internal force that propels us to transcend limitations, discover our strengths, and pursue our highest potential. The will to power and personal growth. One of the most powerful applications of Nietzsche's will to power is in the context of personal growth and self-improvement. Nietzsche believed that to achieve greatness, individuals must constantly strive to overcome themselves, to challenge their weaknesses, break free from societal norms, and develop their own authentic values. This process of self-overcoming is essential for personal growth, as it pushes individuals to move beyond their comfort zones and embrace the discomfort of transformation. In modern life, the will to power can be seen in the pursuit of mastery in any field, the quest for knowledge, the development of emotional resilience, and the ability to persist in the face of failure. Nietzsche's idea challenges us to ask, are we living in a way that affirms our true potential? Or are we merely existing, passively accepting the status quo and conforming to external expectations? Applying the will to power in everyday life. Embrace struggle and adversity. Nietzsche believed that struggle and adversity are integral parts of human development. Rather than avoiding hardship, we should embrace it as an opportunity to grow. The challenges we face in life are not obstacles to be feared, but stepping stones toward our highest potential. Whether you're dealing with personal setbacks, career obstacles, or emotional struggles, these experiences offer valuable lessons and opportunities for self-overcoming. Practical application. When you encounter challenges, rather than seeing them as setbacks, reframe them as opportunities for growth. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this experience? How can this challenge help me develop greater resilience, creativity, or determination? Strive for self-mastery. The will to power is deeply tied to the idea of self-mastery. The ability to control your impulses, make deliberate choices, and shape your life according to your values. Nietzsche encouraged individuals to cultivate a strong sense of autonomy and discipline, rather than being swayed by societal pressures or the expectations of others. Practical application. Focus on developing your inner strength by setting clear goals, cultivating self-discipline, and practicing mindfulness. Make choices that align with your values, even if they go against the grain of societal norms. In the face of distractions and temptations, remember that true power comes from mastering yourself. Create your own values. Nietzsche was deeply critical of traditional morality, especially the values imposed by religion and society. He argued that many of these values suppress the human drive for greatness by promoting conformity and mediocrity. Instead, he advocated for the creation of personal values, values that reflect your unique identity, desires, and aspirations. Practical application. Reflect on your personal values and ask yourself, what do I truly stand for? What do I want to contribute to the world? Take the time to define your own values and live in alignment with them. Reject the idea of living according to the standards set by others and instead, embrace your authentic path.